Welcome back to my video blog. This is Lauren, and once again I'll be talking about what goes on in the political world. So I'm sure that most people have heard about a process called hydraulic fracturing that has received a good amount of media attention over the past couple of years. You might know it better as fracking, but no matter what title you recognize it by, I'm referring to an extraction process that injects a chemically treated mixture of water and sand into wells that have been drilled thousands of feet underground. The purpose is to reach a layer of the earth called shale, and to fracture that shale rock in order to release oil and natural gas. Now, in the United States, there are rich shale deposits in areas of New York, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and elsewhere. And those areas have been targeted by natural gas and oil companies as prime locations for fracturing. Of course, the industries claim that fracking is a safe way to extract oil and natural gas as long as it's done properly. On the other hand, health and environmental groups claim that fracking can release toxins into the environment and can contaminate drinking water. Let's see, who do I believe? The oil and natural gas industry or the health and environmental groups? Based on my gut instinct, I would go with the latter group. And the records confirm my gut. Fracking has already done significant damage. There have been numerous fines and penalties issued by regulators against drilling companies. The reasons for the penalties have included contaminated drinking water with methane and spilling toxic fracturing chemicals into streams near drill sites. There have also been disturbing accounts of water that is too toxic to shower with, wildlife and pets being killed by the chemicals, and even people experiencing serious health problems also related to fracking chemicals. The industry has dismissed doubts about the safety of the process and said that they are unsubstantiated. But the truth is, there has been little systemic work on fracking, and we know very little about it. But how can anyone prove the absence of risk when we haven't even tested for it? The debate over whether or not fracking is a safe process will continue until thorough research and testing is performed. But for now, fracking is legally permissible in the United States. In fact, it is permitted based on the 2005 energy bill that was established under then-President George W. Bush. Fracking received a specific exemption from the Safe Drinking Water Act of 2005. Environmentalists and some congressional Democrats want to reverse that exemption by creating new legislation called the Fracturing Responsibility and Awareness of Chemicals Act, also known as the FRAC Act. But for the time being, the government is helpless to stop drilling companies unless Congress votes to reverse existing legislation. Thankfully, some people are catching on about the dangers of the fracking process. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company has become the first major insurance company to say it won't cover damage related to hydraulic fracturing. A spokesperson from Nationwide announced late last week that the company's personal and commercial policies were not designed to cover the extent of risks from the fracturing drilling process. When even the insurance companies are admitting that the dangers of fracking are too great, how could we even consider allowing this process to continue? Sure, it will harvest additional years of oil and natural gas, but it seems illogical to be willing to destroy the land we live on, even if the highest estimates of the oil and natural gas supplies are correct. Wouldn't it behoove gas companies to spend their money developing alternative energies that are actually sustainable, rather than a risky process that endangers our land and our health? Imagine not being able to bathe with or cook with our water. Hopefully, the lack of insurance coverage will deter people from allowing companies to drill on their land. But either way, Congress must act soon, before we all pay the price. Thanks for watching, and check back next week for my next video blog.